Welcome aboard.
Welcome aboard Swell.
Let's show you guys around. Check it out.
This is where we hang out. This is where we have dinner, breakfast, lunch, our wine, the cheese platter, you know, that you see in all the magazines.
It's probably where we spend 90% of our time out here hanging out. This is the captain's chair. We got the helm. This is our navigation, so chart plotter and, you know, radar and all of that. Sailing instruments, autopilot, VHF, you know, so you can niner, we're coming in. Compass, just in case all else fails, so that keeps us magnetically oriented the right direction.
And then we got all of our gauges down here.
We have dual 30 horse Yanmars, so we have, you know, one on each side for our motors. This is all of our dive gear, so fins for 6 people, all stashed under here. We got some spear guns down there.
This is to set up the table, so there's a clip right under here that holds the table in place. You unclip it, push it up, and see where I can put the pole, lander, and you have yourself a table. This one goes up too, so you can have a full-on settee where everyone can kind of hang out. And these chairs also swivel too, so a couple extra people can hang out and party with us.
The captain and the captainess, or vice versa, the captainess and the captain. So.
All right, let's take a look inside. We're here.
Welcome.
Welcome to the dining room, also known as the movie theater room. We can literally drop this table down, make it into a big lounge area.
What these big pillows are for?
Yep, pillows are here. We have a projector, and then we drop a sheet right here, and this is
right where you're standing.
This is a movie theater room.
And then we got the map.
This is
the South Pacific, so every morning or dinner or lunch that we sit down, we can just dream where we want to go in the world. So we have the Hawaiian Islands here. We're right there.
Right here, right now.
Honolulu Bay. And we're gonna go out and around, come up in the lee of the islands to the big island. We're gonna get some fuel and water there. And then we're gonna just head south across the equator to French Polynesia. All right, so over here we got the navigation station, which basically kind of boils down to this. So this is our predict wind on the iPad. This is the departure planning, so it spaces out the boats one day at a time and shows as they go all the way down to French Polynesia. So you can time your weather accordingly. And we can also look at waves to be able to check the surf. This is an awesome tool. Predict Wind is killer for weather and swell, and that's basically all we use for our weather updates. And we can download when we're out there through the satellite, and that's what this little thing is right here.
Satellite's right here.
That's our Iridium Go. That little device keeps us connected with emails and text, and we can actually do satellite phone calls. So that's basically how we're staying in touch with you guys as we're out there working from the boat in the middle of the ocean, and also checking in with family and telling mom and everyone that we're okay.
All right, let's check out the galley. This is our fire pole that we're gonna slide down. Careful, watch your step, it's steep. This is where the magic happens. This is where we cook all our fish, bake bread, you name it, all the good stuff. This is where we do our dishes. We actually have a saltwater pump. We rarely use fresh water, so we wash all of our dishes with salt water, and then we do a freshwater rinse. We got our fancy trash can. Everything is push lock, so nothing is flying open. We do have a propane stovetop and oven, but we don't use it. We use the oven for baking bread, but we have an induction cooktop, hashtag tiny watts, we got fat power. So we avoid using propane because it gets too hot, it's smelly, and it costs money. So this is what we use to cook. Probably wondering where our refrigerator is and freezer. Well, It's right here. Take a look. This is our fridge. It's kind of unorganized right now. We're in the process of preparing for our next voyage. This is our freezer. We're super lucky to have a freezer. We have the power. Over here we have tons of storage space. So this is where all of our cups are, plates, bowls, shot glasses are in there. And then we have our crazy messy overhead storage for our spices. More storage down here for pots and pans and storage containers, just miscellaneous things, forks and knives and things like that. Let's check out the pantry. This is our pantry. We are provisioning for about a 3 to 6 month journey. We have 6 hungry people that we need to feed. Okay, we have more storage space in here. Check it out. This is our booze cabinet, rice and flour cabinet, and of course all of our milk. So this is all kind of extra storage. We got more storage in here. Everything is labeled. The reason why we take the paper off our cans is so it just doesn't get stuck in our bilge pumps. We also have more storage in here, as you can see right under your feet.
Okay, there's one more thing in here worth checking out. So we got our water maker. These are all jugs that we just reuse. It's a super high pressure pump that we can filter the seawater and make fresh. This hose here, we just pull this out and then we just take the caps off these and we just refill these as we go. So it actually pumps, I believe, 8 gallons per hour. There's a water tank underneath this. We'll fill this up. We keep our other tanks full just for like reserve water, and we just constantly use this tank. When this tank gets low, we'll run the water maker for 4 or 5 hours, fill this back up. Luckily, our solar can keep up with our 600 watt water maker, which is pretty awesome. So, yeah, who to blame for that? Tiny watts.
All right, now that you've seen the galley and got all the deets there, this is our parents' bathroom. And then back here behind me is my parents' bedroom. Queen size bed. It's pretty surprising, but there's actually a lot of space in here. They got storage in here under the bench, and then they have a closet in here. Let's check out the other side. And follow me up to Marina, my sister, and her boyfriend's room, Robin. This is their cute little room up here on the bow of the boat. They have a full-size bed, but they have a ton of storage.
We have our custom breaker panel. My wonderful wife and myself took the old breaker panel off, and we had these custom made for the boat. So all these labels and logos were made specifically for Swell based on what DC and AC loads we already had on the boat. And you and I took the old ones off, put the new ones on, and it was like open heart surgery.
It was a process
on my birthday. Sure. And we did it together, and it was awesome. So this panel here, you can see we have like the solar chargers called out, the alternator chargers, inverter main, battery main, and a couple other miscellaneous. These are the water gauges. So we have 3 water tanks on board, and that helps us keep an idea of how much water we have. And then over here is just all more of the consumption stuff. So we have our 120 volt outlets in the kitchen and other parts of the boat. You know, anchor light, running light, bilge pumps, water pumps, all the sailing instruments. That's why all of these are off, is because these are only on when we're sailing. But we have, you know, the chart plotter, VHF, AIS, radar, autopilot.
All right, we also have some storage space here.
Little extra library. We have 3 charge controllers hidden in there for each solar panel. So we actually have 1,080 watts. They're 3 360 watt panels. Each have their own dedicated MPPT charge controller, and they go through their own breaker.
This is our other bathroom on the boat. It's called a head. We share this bathroom with Marina and Robin, so this is the kids' bathroom. This is...
I want to show. I want to be in the tour again.
Come on down.
This is our room.
We call it a berth. This
pretty
is
good.
our space. It's not too bad.
It's a queen.
It's a
queen
queen
size
size.
bed.
Yep, with linen sheets.
2 fans. Keep us nice and cool.
You can look up through the window and see the stars at night.
Or
so beautiful.
If you have to, in the middle of the night, Jimmy's upstairs or Robin's upstairs.
Or
Get
when
up
we're
here!
anchored,
All hands on deck! We gotta change sails! We go like this,
it's emergency hatch.
and we go!
And just like that.
Minus! We up there, changing the sail.
This is our closet. Let's take a look. These are all of our heavy jackets and dresses in here. Bathing suits on the bottom. And on this side,
Check out how much clothes my wife has. She has this many clothes. 1 shelf.
I try to be good. This is Wes and I's closet where we have all of our clothes. So you can see mine are kind of nicely folded and Wesley's are messy. Messly Wesley.
But it's just a couple pairs of board shorts
Yeah.
and a few t-shirts, and like they say, life is better in board shorts. That's a true statement right
This is our cute little photo corner of our cute little things we wanted on the boat. Especially our wedding photo. I got my mirror here and
So she can
my
do her
Buddha.
hair.
I got my Buddha to stay calm when it's rough at sea.
Yep. And then under here we got more storage.
Yep, under here we got more storage space.
Bags,
Yeah, bags.
alternator chargers.
Yep, I got all my art stuff in here. Just stuff that doesn't need to be out and about.
Don't forget about your 100 amp dedicated lithium iron phosphate alternator charger, keeping our batteries nice and topped off and charged safely so you don't damage the batteries or the alternator. Okay, so we got the kitty corner of all the fun little photos, but I'll let you zoom into this one. This was our first Tiny Watts project.
Very
so
first project.
shout out Kevin and Denise. Okay, we're on our way out. You might notice this window here. This is actually the escape hatch. So it's kind of fun when you're out there sailing and you can see, you know, blue water or at anchor, the reef and some cool fish swimming around. But that is actually there for if the boat was to ever flip over, that would be up. And so we would be swimming and we would be going out that hatch to be up to safety. So kind of scary, but it's fun to have there. And we have one on each side. So that's the escape hatch.
So yeah, the 3
Two
rules that
golden
my
rules.
dad has told us is stay on the boat, don't hit anything, and pay attention.
Yeah.
So if you follow those 3 rules, you should be okay.
Yeah. The main rule for this whole zone is at nighttime you don't leave the cockpit.
Never.
So you stay in the cockpit. If for some reason you had to go up front, it would be a situation of discussing why with your watch partner. Does this make sense? Do we need to go up on the bow? Why do we need to go up on the bow? Do we need to wake up other people? Can this wait until daylight? And it's a full assessment of the situation, because it's just not worth going out there and going out there in the middle of the night. We stay in here all night long, and if for some reason we had to go up, we're gonna be clipping in with a harness and being super safe. So
Yeah, we always try to clip in with the harness, even when we're at the helm.
and it's been really nice with 6 of us, so our watch schedule is typically we all operate in couples, which is nice. So it's me and my lovely wife Savannah,
My
and
sister and her boyfriend Robin, and then my parents.
then do 2 hours on with 4 hours off. Say we're on first watch at sunset, we get to go to bed by 9 o'clock, and then we don't have to get up for another 4 hours until we're on that early morning schedule, and we just rotate through every night. Since it's daylight, we're allowed to go outside of the cockpit. Let's go take a look at the bow.
Let's go check it out.
Got the tram. This is basically where you come up here, you can change sails, put the spinnaker up.
Whole anchor.
This is the anchor cabinet right here.
Yep.
So we got our anchor windlass.
We use this fancy guy to pull the anchor and drop the anchor.
And this is actually the best spot in the house. When you got the kite up and you're sailing downwind, this is the spot.
The dolphin's just jumping right here at the bow of the boat.
This is where the garage is.
Probably wondering where all of our toys are.
This is it.
Here they are.
Check them. We got Robin's board, we got our foil board. This is my bigger wave board. It's my step up to 5'8", you know. And then we got spear guns, we got pole spears, extra spear shafts. This is a kite wing. There's more kites down there for kite surfing. We got some float lines for spearing fish. Extra bag full of fins and leashes. But yeah, this is where all the fun stuff is. These actually don't live here. This is our foil board with a little more volume in it that we use the wing to foil with. They go in these board bags and we tuck them up really nice and tight under the solar. So they're in the shade, they're tight out of the way, and there's room for them. Okay, so here we are back at the solar.
This is our beautiful 1080 watts of tiny watts.
Yeah, so 360 watts each, and these are super, super efficient sun power panels that we got through our buddy up in Oregon. Hashtag John Greiser, you're the man. And yeah, so this basically keeps everything on the boat powered. We have electric cooktop, we have solar powered blender, we have lights, we have toaster oven, you name it. We have basically all electric appliances thanks to the solar.
As you can see, there's a couple boards stored right here, but the rest of our longboards that we have up front, they all stack up in here. So they're out of the sun.
Last but not least is everything else in the system behind the solar panels, aka batteries, inverter, charge controller, bus bar, DC to DC converter, step down 24 to 12. But this comes off of here, this comes off of there, and under these compartments we have our inverter and we have the batteries. You see all that beautiful wiring? That was my wife. She did all that beautiful wiring. So yeah, that all lives under there. We have, I guess in total, 3 200 amp hour 12 volt batteries. So to say that again, we have 600 amp hours total, and it's all 12 volts, which basically is 7.6 kilowatt hours of lithium iron phosphate rely-on battery. 3 batteries total in parallel for 7.6 kilowatt hours of pure, quiet, lightweight lithium batteries.
Thank you, Rely-On.
Yeah, you guys are awesome. Hashtag TinyWatts discount code. Links somewhere around here. And yeah, everyone there is great to work with, and never had any problems with Rely-On batteries. So check them out. Well, that was our boat tour.
Thanks for watching.
If you want to stay tuned on our adventures as we go, please subscribe to the link somewhere around here, and we'll keep you updated as we go. There's one more thing we wanted to show them, isn't there?
Yeah, there's one more thing.
There's this really cool thing up at the bow that we forgot to show you guys, so check it out.
Follow us.
See you next time!
Make sure to subscribe!
That was great!